Hi everyone, it's Debbie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm a reseller. I've been reselling since July of 2004. I started out on eBay. I've been selling on there for almost 18 years and I absolutely love it. But probably one of the things that I like the least is returns. And today I have an entire bag full of returns. I picked these up at my P.O. box. This is probably a month worth of returns. Here I had something come back. It was rejected through eBay Standard International program. It came back to me as a dangerous item. I had a dispute and an angry customer. I had a couple things come back not in the same condition as I sent them. And so just some interesting things that I thought I would go through, show you my returns, how they came back to me, and if there was an issue, how I resolved each of them. This is a doll and I shipped it through eBay Standard International program. I have a video all about it. Usually everything goes through very smoothly. Well, this one was a doll. I purchased it at Walmart. I purchased it to sell on Amazon because the price was showing that it would sell really high. By the time I got home, the price had dropped. So thank goodness for eBay. I shipped it in a box with bubble wrap and it comes back to me like this. This had come off and everything. So they did not mail it back in a box. Now it is not in a collectible condition. It's even damaged on the side. It was supposed to go to Mexico and it came back returned to sender. I found out that it was coming back to me because the buyer sent a message to me saying it was coming back to me. And so I thought, what? Why in the world would it come back to me? The information, and yes, it was being sent back to me. Also, I found out that it was being sent back, that it was a dangerous item. The buyer was so nice. He apologized to me many times that his English was not very good. His English was great. He did such a good job communicating, but he was so patient with me. So I called eBay customer service and told them what happened. They said they did not think that that was a dangerous item and should not have been returned to me. So I said, can I refund him now? It's showing that the tracking, it's going to take weeks to come back to me. Can I go ahead and refund him? They said, no, do not refund him yet. However, you can tell him to file a dispute and say that the item was not received. Then an eBay rep will come in, he will be refunded, and it won't count negatively on my end at all. And so I thought, okay, that'll work. So I contacted him and told him to open up a dispute on it. And he was so nice. He was like, oh, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Are you sure? And so I reassured him a couple times, it's completely fine and it won't hurt my account at all, but it will allow you to get the money back now. And I'm going through the proper channels. Well, finally, after we went back and forth a couple times, he said he tried to open a dispute and it would not let him. So we went back and forth several times trying to figure out what to do. I go to my P.O. box. It hadn't shown on the tracking that it had arrived, but it was there. I was so happy that it arrived. I could send his refund to him. But then I opened it and it was damaged. So I got back home and I called eBay again and told them the whole story and that I shipped it through the eBay Standard International program. And since it arrived back damaged, that I should be refunded because it's covered $100. So the rep put me on hold. She checked with the supervisor and she said, oh yes, you're right. You have $100 of coverage. You can fill out this claim. So she sent an email to me of a claim to fill out. It was very quick and simple. Within a few days, I was refunded the full amount, the shipping, so I was not out a penny. I was able to send him a full refund. So now the buyer is not out anything. I'm not out at any shipping or anything. So I do like shipping with the eBay Standard International program. That's my favorite shipping service for international. Issues 2 times when using one of the eBay programs, and both times they have come through for me and I have not lost any money. So I'm very happy with their coverage. This is the video where I tell about the other time that I had a problem with an international order and how I resolved it, and it turned out great. I will have it linked at the very end if you want to view it. Let's see what is in here next. Okay, this was just a standard return. I covered up return addresses. I have been selling these like crazy. This is the Free People tunic top. It came back for fit. So although I have free returns, so I pay the return shipping, they are out the shipping that they pay to have it sent to them. Not that bad, and I think that deters people from returning items if they are out their original shipping. They did not put it in the poly bag like I mailed it to them, but it still is fine. And so I just relist this one. This one was let's see, new with tags, swim solutions. This was a swimsuit and they returned it for just wrong size. It doesn't fit. And boy, they put it in a priority padded envelope, but the shipping was first class, so they weren't supposed to do that. And this is not the poly bag that I sent it in, so they had it kind of crumpled up in there, but it looks like it's just fine. It didn't receive any damage, so that one just gets relisted. And then, oh my goodness, this came to me. This is called SilkSilky, and this company actually reached out to me and asked me if they could send me a nightgown. So I said yes. So this is not a return. This is like a fun bonus. It is so soft, so beautiful. So this is their nightgown, and this is the tag, SilkSilky, and it says on here, mulberry silk. It is so soft. It says that it's hypoallergenic, breathable, natural fibers, wrinkle resistant, and it's just so soft and smooth on the skin. So I think this is beautiful and very nice quality, and I think I just wanted to jump in and let you know that this video is not sponsored by SilkSilky, but I learned some amazing benefits from their site, and I just wanted to share them quickly with you. I came across this article and I learned so much about the benefits of silk, so I'm just going to quickly touch on it, but if you're interested, you can go to their website and read the full article. Number one, they said it's soft and luxurious. Number two, it is naturally sourced. Number three, it is thermoregulating, which makes it perfect for keeping cool in the summer, comfortable in the winter, and it's actually moisture wicking. Number three, it is one of the strongest fibers available, which makes it very long lasting after years of use, and it's also resistant to dirt and odors. It also is hypoallergenic. It said it's actually one of the most hypoallergenic fabrics available. It repels dust and mites, and it resists bacteria and mold, and it's non-abrasive. Next, it is moisturizing and non-inflammatory. And one thing that I thought was interesting is it said that it is good for people that might suffer with acne or inflammation. Next, it said it is anti-aging, which I found that section so interesting, and it makes me want to buy a set of silk sheets now. Then it talked about the benefits for hair, which my hairstylist actually told me that about 25 years ago. She told me always sleep on a silk pillowcase, so I bought one. I've been using it for at least 25 years, and the strength of the fiber, I believe, is true because that pillowcase has held up extremely well. They have scrunchies. I think I'm going to buy scrunchies from them now too. But I learned a lot from this article, and I just wanted to share it with you because I think the benefits are great. Give me a discount code, so I will pop that up. If anybody is interested in trying this out, I can say that it is extremely nice quality, super soft. So I am excited about this, and I will probably be wearing this all the time. I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous, and look at the pretty detail. So super nice. So I'm going to have to send them a very nice thank you for sending that to me. This one came back to me in not the same condition as received. So this is a Michael Kors Sweetheart Paisley bikini bottom, and they sent it back wrong size, doesn't fit, so they were responsible for the shipping. But look at how they sent it back, in a little baggie, all wadded up. At least it's in plastic. Sometimes I'll get it not in any kind of protective, but when I sent it to them, it was brand new with tags. It came back with no tags, and there was a hygienic liner inside, and it is gone. So I guess they probably washed it or wore it and then decided to return it. So in this case, since I am a top-rated seller, what I can do is I can offer a lesser refund. I can no longer sell it as new with tags and hygienic liner in place when it is no longer in that condition. I can send them less of a refund. I can decide up to 50%, and you are protected from negative feedback if they were to get upset eBay backs you on this. So that one did not come back in the same condition as I sent it. This one was such a nice buyer. This was one I had it in a what sold video, and I made a mistake on it. I had listed it as vintage Guess jeans because I had Guess jeans on my mind, and they were really Lucky brand jeans. But I contacted her before I shipped them out, told her I made an error. She said, I know, I saw that on the listing, and then she got them and they didn't fit. So she returned it as wrong size or doesn't fit, and I was more than happy to take it back from her because she was very nice. I relisted them with the correct name, and I'm sure they'll sell again. This is a lot of returns. My return rate has really gone up. Usually it stays around 2.3, 2.4%. I looked and it is at 4% return rate, which is really high. And I think that is due to me picking up a lot more women's items lately. I specifically sold mainly men's clothing for the majority of my reselling, just because I noticed that my return rate for women's was so much higher than for men's or for children's. So I started focusing more on men's clothing than anything else. Well, lately I've started to source a lot more women's items, so it makes sense that my return rate has gone up. Should you accept returns? That is a question that I get a lot. And I can just tell from my own experience, when I did not accept returns, I would still get cases of people wanting to return an item, and they would falsely say that an item was not as described just so that they could return the item. Then I was responsible for shipping both ways. When I started accepting returns, my return rate stayed the same. However, it would often be that people would return an item because it didn't fit or they just didn't like it, and then they are required to pay the original shipping. So for me, my return rate did not change, but I had less cases of item not described, which was a huge benefit for my account. I was not able to find any specific data on whether accepting returns increases sales. However, I have to believe that it does increase buyer confidence. And since eBay pushes accepting returns, I would think that maybe you get a boost in algorithm if you do accept returns. I don't know that for sure. That's just my belief. I had one return that was so funny. I'll never forget it. And this was like probably 14 years ago. A lady returned the item. It was a Gap puffer jacket. I got this crazy good deal. They were like $6 or $7 each, and I got a couple hundred of them, and they sold so great. One lady returned one of the jackets, and her reason was, I thought I would look like the model in the photo, but when I got the jacket and tried it on, I still look fat. And I thought that was so funny. Next, I have an item that came back returned to sender, insufficient address. And this guy had already told me that he forgot to put his apartment number on, and could I watch for it and return it to him. So it came back. I said I would send it back to him. What I have done in years past, if something like that happens, I tell them how much it costs to reship it and have them send the postage to me, since it was not my fault, it was their error. But this time I'm just going to pay the postage. It's only going to be a little bit over $3, and he was really nice. So I'm going to send that back to him. And then the last one. This is a pair of scrubs. I found a lot of these at the bins, and they're called All Heart Scrub Basics. From when I looked them up, they are not like this high-end $80 scrub set. They are a value scrub. And I put the exact description in the listing. I had them listed for like $14.99 plus shipping, and the person sent me an offer for $8. And I thought that was too low, so I countered back with like 12. They countered back with 9, and then I thought, you know what? These are just kind of basic scrubs. I got them at the bins. I might as well just take it. So I took the offer, sent it right out to them. They received them in the mail, and they send a message to me that they did not fit them and that they didn't like the quality of them. And so I said, oh, I'm so sorry. Absolutely, send them back to me. So they returned them as they didn't fit. The refund was approved. They sent them back to me. I get them back. I paid the shipping for them to ship them back to me, and I refunded the price of the scrubs, but they're responsible for the original shipping. Well, they got them and they were not happy about that, and they told me that they wanted all of the money back, the original shipping also, because they didn't like the scrubs and they didn't fit them. Well, I had a size chart, full description, everything, and I said, I'm so sorry, but my return policy is that I pay the return shipping, but you are responsible for the original shipping. Well, they got really upset, and they said that they were going to file a dispute, and they were not happy at all. And again, I try to stay professional. I tell them, I'm sorry, this is my policy. I cannot operate where I pay to ship things to people, have them try them on, and then me pay to have them shipped back to me. That just doesn't work for me as a small business, and this is my return policy. Messages went back and forth, and what I always try to remember is that anything that I put in those messages, if it comes to a dispute, the eBay representative is going to read those messages. So you always want to conduct yourself in a very professional way. So they did file a dispute and also a chargeback with their financial institution, but I received a couple emails from eBay letting me know that I was covered and I would not lose any money on that. They handled it. I didn't have to handle it anymore. Nothing negative happened to me, and I did not lose out on that original shipping amount. Also, if they were to leave negative feedback, eBay would remove that. So I was completely protected in that transaction because I did everything correctly and I was just following my return policy. So I was glad that eBay backed me up. So that is about a month of returns and disputes and return to sender and everything that I received back in the mail. And really, when I look at it, it is a few things, but most of the things turned out just fine. And the issues that I did have, eBay had my back on them. And that is what I find month after month, year after year. Every once in a while, there are problems, but usually eBay backs me up. And I think on social media, we hear a lot more about the super dramatic cases where something goes wrong and people are upset because those get the most attention. Like just a normal month of returns is not going to get the attention as if something really crazy happened. But this is the real life, month after month, what I deal with on a typical basis, and it's not bad at all. So that is everything that I have for you today. If you enjoyed this type of video and wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it so much. And if you're not subscribed and would like to join me again, just hit the subscribe button down below. And if you hit the notification bell, it will let you know when I release new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and everybody have a great day. Bye.